So, of course, people are very much of dumb shits, and I could just say it about myself for repeating anything negative. Because what does it do? It just makes it that much worse. But what are victims supposed to do if they're in their abusive situation? Nowhere to go. What are they supposed to do? Like, what was Lorraine Bobbitt supposed to do? Now, what should have happened was, my God, the neighbors should have figured out that Mr. Bobbitt was Mr. Satan, having all these screaming, violent, domestic violent fights, and all that he did, being vicious to her for the first year. What should take place? What should have taken place? Well, the neighbor should have called the cops on her. On him. Arrested him and calculated, okay, you have a baby because of him. I'm not sure, yeah. I don't know about her story. She did have children, so what happened with that? Maybe she didn't have any children, but whenever she got the children, okay, let's just say 2 years, okay. So she has a child, and Mr. Bobbitt should have been fined at least 10 grand, at least, to give straight to Lorraine Bobbitt. Lorraine, the abusers never ever have any money for their victims. But in a case where the guy is almost killing his wife and she has the kid, at least give her something to be able to make it. So the state pays Lorraine Bobbitt at least 10 grand. Oh, just 20. Since everybody can make like 20 grand a day on the passive income on the internet in a month. Well, my God, she's taking care of 2 kids way back when. One, I don't know. I would just say the first 2 years when she had the kid and she was like going to her mom's house, okay, make Mr. Bobbitt give her 20 grand so she's able to comfortably take care of their baby, because that's just the way it should be. And he has to pay the fine back to the state. And that's the way all domestic violent situations should go. With the Turpin kids, the House of Horrors, that situation, those parents should be monitored, working every day. Maybe give them like 12-hour days, and on the weekends, maybe give them 5-hour days. They have to work to the bone, and every single penny goes to those kids. That's how you take care of that domestic violence situation. Simple. Give to the domestic violent victims. They don't do it right. Okay, well, get a PFA against them. Well, then, what would Mr. Bobbitt have done to Lorraine Bobbitt? He would have killed her. I don't know. I haven't seen that story. I knew she was like super violent. I think she went to her mom's. I don't know if she ever got the PFA, but that's like, the victim can't do that. And how dare this world put a victim in a worse spot by making them, go against their, they have nothing. So where are they supposed to hide at? What are they supposed to do? There is no help for them. What are they supposed to do? Now, with 20 grand, she could have hid somewhere, maybe at her mom's house, you know? You know what? In that situation, okay, then he has to pay another $10,000. So give him a $30,000 fine and make the police surround her 24/7 and pay the police. And, you know, that's how bad the situation was. Now, I seen him on a video and I didn't bother watching, you know. It's like, you know, him acting like it, you know, it's some of her fault when it's entirely his fault. 1000% his fault. Yeah, there's just too many really, really, really rotten, demon-possessed people like Mr. Bobbitt, like Joe Jackson, late Michael Jackson's daddy. He raped LaToya and Janet Jackson. And LaToya was the only one who came out with it. I mean, Joe Jackson was fucking... I almost put him in the same category as Sybil's mom, but Sybil's mom was worse. But yeah, almost in the same... And yeah, you can tell crazy people. The way... I mean, Joe Jackson's eyes are like... Oh... Whatever. There's some really, really... I mean, look at me. I'm ugly right now. I'm not... Out of all the hell that I've been through, I really don't look all that bad. I need my teeth out like heaven. I really, really badly. And whose fault's that? Certainly not mine. Certainly not mine. Not all the hell that I went through. Never even having a place. But late Susan Chappelle. Because the one room I had wasn't even, I didn't want to live there, of what it ended up being. Everywhere I went, they did crack. In every single place. All the Gerhardt buildings, and that place ended up being a crack house. I had nothing to do with that. That's just the way people are. They're like, that's just the way it is. People do drugs. And drugs make you stupid. I'd like 1988 God's Cocaine, though. I only took LSD one time, and it was a bad hit, so I wouldn't know. I did mushrooms. They were not psychedelic. It was just, like, really, really, really good pop. So I got motivational weed back in the 1990s, and God's Cocaine in 1988. And a band, one line, got me high for an hour. And there's nothing wrong with that, if you don't abuse it. Who the hell can just do one line and just be fine with that? Have that much discipline. And other drugs are a hell lot worse than God's Cocaine. But who knows what the fuck, you know, is put in any drugs. And for people to be that fucking far gone. I really feel sorry for the drug addicts I see. God, the one